Hey everyone, well, welcome back. It's Naomi, and today I'm going to show you how to get into Hanuman in just 5 poses. So Hanuman is also known as like the full splits, not side to side, but forward and back. And Hanuman is a really fun, really fantastic pose that I don't think is as nearly as challenging as people tend to think. And we tend to focus a little bit more on hamstrings than quads. And so today I'm going to show you how if you add more quads, more quadricep action, a little bit more back bending and twisting to your 5 poses, you can not only get into Hanuman a little bit more easily, but you can also feel a little bit more prepared for it when you don't have a lot of time. Okay, so you might need 2 blocks, particularly if your hammies are a little bit more on the resistant side, but other than that, you should be good to go. So, coming up to stand, please. Okay, place your feet hip width apart. Okay, take a full breath in and reach your arms up. And as you exhale, fold forward, reach for the floor. Okay, take a full breath in here. Full breath out and step your left leg back into a lunge. And we're going to do a dynamic sequence for your first pose. So as you inhale, straighten your right leg. As you exhale, bend. Inhale to straighten your right leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale to straighten, lift the ball of your foot away from the floor. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, lift the ball of your right foot away from the floor. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, ball of your foot away from the floor. Exhale, bend. Okay, now inhale to straighten, lift your right arm up. Exhale and bend. Inhale, straighten, right arm goes up and bend. Inhale, straighten, right arm goes up and bend. Inhale, straighten, right arm goes up, so you're twisting, and then this time as you bend, reach your arms up. And just pause here. Okay, take a full breath in, full breath out. Okay, take one more full breath in. As you exhale, lower your hands to the floor, step up, forward bend. Oh, and just feel the difference between your 2 legs. Okay, inhale fully, exhale, right leg back into a lunge. Okay, just like you did in the first side, inhale, straighten your left leg, exhale, bend. Inhale to straighten, ball of your foot stays down for now, exhale, bend. Inhale to straighten, shift your hips back, exhale, bend. Now add, inhale to straighten, lift the ball of your foot up, so you're really waking up the back of your leg a little bit more, rebend. Inhale to straighten, ball of your foot up, exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, ball of your foot goes up, exhale, bend. Inhale to straighten, ball of your foot goes up. Exhale, bend. Now add the twist. Inhale to straighten, ball of your foot stays down, left arm goes up. And then bend, hand down. Inhale, straighten, left arm up. And then bend, hand down. Inhale, straighten, left arm goes up and down. Inhale, straighten, left arm goes up and down. Last time, inhale, straighten, left arm goes up. Now as you bend your left knee, reach both arms up. Take a full breath in here. Full breath out, and then lower your hands to the floor, step up, forward bend. Inhale fully, exhale completely. Bring your hands to your hips, elbows to the sky, and inhale as you come, all the way up to stand. Okay, now that little sequence, that's sort of 1 and 2. Okay, because you're going to go back into that high lunge version of Warrior 1 to step into your next pose. Okay, so take a full breath in, reach your arms up. Okay, then lift your left heel, take your arms back, and step your left leg back, arms forward and up. So you start here again. And this is a really great pose for prepping for Hanuman because it gets you powerfully into your back leg, like really reaching through your back leg, and trying to get your torso more vertical. Okay, the tendency will be to tilt forward. See if you can move the top of your pelvis up and back. Okay, now take your arms back as you lean forward. Shift your weight forward, lift your left leg up, and you're in Warrior 3. Now you can take your arms forward as well if you have the space to do that. In order to do that for me, I have to wiggle back a little bit on my mat so that I'm not running into the door. Okay, but draw your left knee towards your chest, tuck in, and then re-extend your leg and your arms. Okay, extend your arms back, tuck your left knee in, re-extend your left leg and your arms. Left knee to your chest, arms go back, re-extend your legs and arms. One more time, tuck your knee in, Now keep your knee tucked in, lower your hands down, extend your left leg up, standing split. Okay, now give your legs a squeeze. You can bend your right knee a little bit. Lift your belly away from your right thigh, and see if your left leg goes higher. Inhale fully. Exhale completely, and then lower your left foot down to your right, forward bend. Inhale here. Exhale completely, and just step your right leg back. Reach your arms up. Now, if you need more support, you can always bring your hands to your hips. Remember, this is pose 2, but it's leading you into pose 3, okay, which is warrior 3, and pose 4, which is that standing split at the end. Okay, so really focus on your right leg here, because in standing split, this is the leg that's going to be lifted. Try to get the top of your pelvis up, pants up if you need to, bottom of your pelvis down. Take your arms up. Now lean forward and reach your arms back. Push into your left leg, lift your right leg up, arms go forward. Now as you draw your right knee in toward your chest, take your arms back, and then re-extend your arms and leg. Draw your knee to your chest, tuck in, re-extend. Draw in, re-extend. 2 more. Draw in, knee to your chest, arms back, re-extend. Last time, knee goes in, keep your knee in, reach for the ground, or blocks if you need them. And then this time, keep your knee tucked in, lift through your belly as much as you can, curl in towards your left leg, and then extend your right leg up. Standing split. Now, if you need the blocks, you can have your hands on the blocks. If not, hands on the ground. You can bend your right knee again, lift up through your belly, just pull back, curl in more, and re-extend your right leg straight up. Inhale fully. Exhale, lower your right leg down to your left. Whew, and pause. Now you've done a lot for your hamstrings. Let's work on your quads for a sec. Step your left leg back, lower your left knee down, and reach back for your left foot with your right hand. Okay, now you're doing a twist. Okay, a twist with your quads, because in Hanuman, the tendency is to splay out. So here you're teaching your body to stay a little bit more evenly forward, evenly oriented towards your front leg instead of your back. If you have trouble reaching your foot, you can keep your left foot down. Take your right arm back as though you're reaching for it and send your hips lower. Okay, so if you can't get your foot, there are options. Inhale fully here. And exhale, release your foot. Okay, step up, forward bend. Take your other leg back, right leg back. Put your right knee down and reach for your right foot with your left hand. Twisted quad stretch. Now, this is one of those poses that, if you have more freedom of movement in your quads, more give, you can always lower your forearm to the floor. It's always an option, but not required. Okay, take a full breath in here. Full breath out. Get 1 more full breath in. Release your foot. Step up, forward bend. Okay, and now we're about ready for Hanuman. So you can grab your blocks if you need them, and I'm going to show them to you with the blocks, just in case. And take your left leg back, lower your left knee down, and you're going to start in what I like to call Hanumanito. Okay, full baby Hanuman. And this might be the pose that you really work on and stay in. And I'm going to move the left block, or my left hand forward, so you can just see my left hand a little bit better. But the idea is that you would have the blocks closer to your body, and I'll explain why in just a moment. For now, drag your right heel energetically back. So you're going to pull your heel towards your body. Okay, now instead of sliding your right leg forward, I want you to move your left knee back. Okay, now I'm going to move my blanket back just so that it's there to support me. Okay, and I might have to even walk my blocks in a little bit closer so they're closer to my hips. And that's because I want to be more upright. If I lean forward, it's going to be a lot harder to move my legs. So, left leg goes back. And I can squeeze in, I can pull my right heel back, and then take my left leg further back. What I want you to notice, and again, I'm moving the block out of the way so you can see, I'm not twisting toward my left leg, which is my back leg. I want to keep turning my body toward my front leg so that there's more equanimity, more evenness in the action between the 2 legs. Okay, take a full breath in here. full breath out, and then pull your right leg in, left knee forward, and very carefully you can step forward if you like, or slide back into kneeling. Okay, and I'll show without blocks on the second side just so you have a little bit better view. But the action here is coming from taking your leg back instead of sliding it forward. Okay, what that does is it keeps your hamstrings really engaged while you work your back leg more, which I find makes it a little bit easier to get into the pose and a lot easier to not cheat. It's harder to cheat. Easier to not cheat. Makes it harder to cheat. And there's no cheating in yoga, but it's really easy, like I said, to sort of turn your body towards your back leg, opening up, right? And that can, put a little bit more strain on your hamstrings because it makes you think that you're going deeper into the pose when really you're just putting a lot more pressure on them. Okay, so left leg goes forward, heel down, Hanumanito. If you're starting without blocks, you're going to be a little bit more forward to start, but you always want to inch in until you can get your torso more vertical. So if you can't do that with your hands on the floor, have blocks. Okay, but dig into your left heel, really pull from your heel up towards your body, and then scoot your knee back, and then walk in. Pull in again, pull from your heel towards your body, and then slide your right leg back, and walk your hands in. And repeat that as many times as you need. Pull in. So when you pull in, you're also pulling your body more over your left leg, and then slide your right leg back and lift through your chest. And there you are in your Hanuman. Now don't worry about how deep or how far I am in this pose. You might be a little bit further up, and that's okay. Right? You might be further into the pose. You might be able to do back bends in this pose. Right? That's really up to your body and your practice, but this is a good place to start. Okay, so pull your left heel back in, slide your right knee back in, place your hands, swing your left leg back. Sit back on your heels and just take a moment to pause, breathe. And that's how you get into Hanuman in just 5 poses. So here's your quick recap. What did you do to get here? So the first thing that you did was just sort of warm up your hamstrings, but it was a very active, dynamic warm-up. And it wasn't just to stretch them, but actually to strengthen them, to activate them. Right? And then once you did that dynamic warm-up, you paused and held this high lunge version of Warrior 1, which is pose number 2. And that high lunge version of Warrior 1, okay, that one is where you really start activating your hamstrings in such a way that you're really engaging them, right? And working your back leg at the same time. So even though your front leg is bent, you're getting that big push through your back leg that you're going to need later and digging in through your heel, which you will also need later. Okay, then you use that high lunge version of Warrior 1 to get into Warrior 3, pose number 3. You created some dynamic work for your hips and for your core, right? And then use that to transition into pose number 4, which was standing split. Okay, and standing split is just another version of Hanuman, only with one leg on the ground and the other leg in the air. After that, you gave your quads a little bit more love in that twisted quad stretch, and then you were ready to go into Hanumanito, which is your entry into Hanuman. Okay, now the actions that you did were all about really stabilizing and strengthening your hamstrings, not about stretching them, but about strengthening them, and about creating more push and length through your back leg and really working your quads and your psoas in that way. Right, trying to keep your pelvis level so that you could stretch out through your legs evenly instead of using one more than the other. And that really is at the heart of Hanuman, is using your legs evenly and having your torso sort of this neutral place in the middle that's supported. Right, that's supporting your 2 legs, really. So, hopefully this has given you some really great opportunity to work up into Hanuman in a more simple and effective way. And hopefully it's also given you something as a jumping off point, right? A way that you can use to build into other poses, because once you get familiar with the sequence, you're going to be able to get through it in like 5 to 7 minutes, and you're going to maybe have extra time, right? So what else can you add to this? Right? You can add anything that requires strong hamstrings. You can add anything that requires a little bit more of a back bend, right? You can add anything that requires, you could even throw in an arm balance where your legs are stretched out, right? Like, you're going to be prepared for so many things. So it's a great jumping off point, but it's also a really simple practice when you don't have a lot of time. And hopefully that's what it gives you. So thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to getting back on the mat again with you really soon. Until then, bye.